And finally, CEOs who are part of President Cyril Ramaphosa's delegation at the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation underway in Beijing have lauded the call for a level playing field between the two countries. As a number of significant bilateral agreements have been signed this week, Ramaphosa has made it clear that trade opportunities need to be fair. Standard Bank Group CEO Tshabalala has told Newzroom Afrika business editor Xolani Mbanjwa that this gathering will foster the necessary ties to see the African continent realize its developmental goals that require trillions of rands.
Been a long journey, and it continues to improve year after year after year. We have a team that is based here that works very, very closely with our colleagues at the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. They facilitate the identification of projects, the identification of opportunities, and they match the needs, either Chinese needs or African needs. And we've reaped huge benefits from this. If you want to put it differently, you have the largest bank in the world, the ICBC, in partnership with the largest bank on the African continent, Standard Bank, occupying the China-Africa corridor, facilitating the movement of goods, people, ideas, and capital between the two great nations. But very importantly, from an African perspective, South Africa has got the competitive and comparative advantage in that it is able to facilitate the movement of those goods, people, ideas between these corridors, but also into the African continent. And importantly, which is something that the Chinese recognize, the world is globalized. Even though the environment is difficult, the world continues to trade with itself. And in our case on the continent, we need roughly $3.4 trillion for roads, ports, bridges, water, and so forth. And we don't have enough of those funds on the continent, and we therefore need all the partners we can get to help us to finance these massive projects.
And these massive projects will include the African Continental Free Trade Area to make it a reality. Without that infrastructure, that after that dream, that agreement is not going to become reality.
Indeed. However, the positive is it's the largest free trade area in the world. It's a massive population, 1.2 billion people, a massive GDP that is therefore attractive to people that want to make investments. And it's up to us as Africans to position ourselves and make ourselves attractive to all the potential partners and negotiate the best bargains for ourselves.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tshabalala. Mr. Tshabalala, the CEO of the Standard Bank Group, talking to us about the importance of that Africa-China corridor, the fact that they have played a huge part with the ICBC, the biggest bank on in the world, actually, as they are the biggest bank on the continent. It's an important one for this particular gathering as far as this South Africa-China Presidential Business Forum is concerned. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I am Xolani Mbanjwa in Beijing, China.